So, I've been posting less and less lately. That is no secret, nothing you can really hide. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit as I show you some things I've been up to the past few weeks, little clips. Where do I start? So, a lot of these clips are kind of end of June. Met up with some friends to go to a Cuban place I've always wanted to try. Cooked some fun summer meals as summer's really in full swing in Paris now. Been enjoying long nights on the Eiffel Tower. I tried this cool bread, that's pretty good, package from the grocery store. Been playing lots of guitar and ukulele and kind of starting to get a little bit more back into music after being in a slump for a little bit. Obviously, I think this is common for a lot of people, but for me, in the summer, it's really the time I think about the new year. I kind of operate, I don't know if I want to say French now, but just because my birthday's in the summer and September to May was like the school year, and that's still the majority of my life besides working, I really reflect a lot at this time of year, probably more so than I do at New Year's for most people. And I've just been thinking a lot about what I want the latter half of my 20s to look like, because it's been no secret that my early 20s were really not great. I'm kind of giving up on being a YouTube star. It's so funny. If you asked me 4 years ago when I posted on YouTube why you're doing it, is because I really, really, truly believe that, I don't know, I was going to be some sort of exceptional person who broke the barriers and made different kinds of content and everyone would want to watch. And now that I've been through some really horrible things using social media, I'm realizing that I don't want to be a part of what that takes for it. It's my little brother. My little brother came to visit me in Paris for about a week. But even my little brother, I could have made a whole video on him coming and showing him around. I'm realizing that the older I get, the more I want to value privacy. I just turned 25 the other day, which maybe doesn't sound old, but for me it's a birthday that's really hit different. And it's because I really do feel like I'm in a completely different phase of my life now. I think most of the, quote, growing pains are finally over. They're no longer situations that I'll even allow myself to be in. Friendships that I don't allow myself to engage in. Stuff like that I'm realizing I don't want to have a life that, like to be a YouTube star, I don't want to have to share so many intimate, private details about my life. I want to be more private and quiet and guarded. And honestly, I don't even want to, I don't want to even be on social media of any kind anymore. I just want to lead a really quiet life. And I don't know if that's getting older and turning 25 and just my priorities shifting or what. But I'm realizing that the things that I thought that I wanted really badly may not be what I wanted after all. When I think about, happiness is very brief and momentary, whichever way you cut it, but when I think about the things that make me really happy, it's not, it's sitting in a park in Paris, or it's going on a walk, or it's sitting and having a little meal, or it's going to a concert, or it's traveling somewhere, and all of those things ultimately cultivate to a really quiet kind of life. And I made a video actually a few years ago, in 2016, why YouTube is all screwed up in 2016. And in that video, I was talking about how a lot of new YouTubers don't have a chance because the algorithm and all these old YouTubers, they really dominate the scene. These are clips from my 25th birthday, going to see the 1975. I just don't, people watch YouTube. The reason why I started watching YouTube when I was a young teenager, 14, 15 years old, was because I wanted to vicariously live through them. I wanted to watch them traveling through Europe. That's how I found so many of those big YouTube stars. Not to hear about makeup tips and what clothes they were buying and about their dating lives. I honestly couldn't care less. And now that that's kind of past and that's content that's posted very sparingly by those people, I've found myself enveloped in these YouTubers' lives that I really shouldn't be, because it just makes me feel bad about myself and where I am in my life. And 25 is a really weird age because everyone's at a very completely different place in your life. And I'm just realizing that I don't want to sacrifice that to have that be a goal of mine. things that make me really happy are like going to see my favorite band, the 1975, live on my 25th birthday. So I think from here on out, I'm gonna post YouTube videos much more sparingly. I'm definitely gonna make them when I travel, because those are my favorites, but everything's gonna be scaled back from here on out. It's no secret, I've been off Instagram for a really long time. I don't see myself ever returning to that platform, to be honest. Even on TikTok, I'm getting a little annoyed because people are finding me on TikTok from Instagram, and I just want to use TikTok to literally watch Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy. That's it. And I use Twitter to just like find out Chelsea Cutler updates. I basically use it out of necessity to find out about music and concerts and albums and when stuff that I like is coming out, media that I like to consume is coming out. But I want to have a much less prominent presence on the internet. I think moving here on out, like I had a friend a couple months ago, she called me and she was like, oh, how are you? We hadn't talked in 2 months. And I started telling her how I went to Greece with my parents, and my parents came. She's like, wow, I didn't know that. And I'm like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to call me and find out about my life instead of finding out about it on social media. And I found that sad, to be honest, that's how most friendships function, is by people making a mass post online. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sure you understand this. It's just my goals are shifting. I'm never gonna completely quit YouTube, like I said. I'm definitely going to keep making the travel content, because that's something that I love to do, and it's a perfect way for me to create a memory of that time and to watch it over. And it's also beneficial for other people. It's more universal. But moving forward, a lot of things are just going to be a lot more quiet. I haven't had the inspiration to make videos in a long time. I'm not sure when or if that's going to come back. A lot of ideas that I had creatively that kind of got stifled because I needed other people's help, and now the moment has passed. Like, there's a music video I wanted to make almost a year ago now. I don't know if I even want to anymore because of the subject of what that music video would have been. A lot of things, but grateful that you're here, if you're still here. If you want to connect with me and feel close in the meantime, there's a book that I published recently. I'll have it linked in the description box below. And I will post some sort of travel content for sure before the end of summer. And probably like maybe a little summer vlog of just showing summer in Paris or something. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.